Hello everyone, and welcome to the Cioffi Brothers Podcast. I'm Ken.
I'm Alex.
And today we're going to be reviewing Leo Prime. Now, Leo Prime this is the summary that I put together, and I'll let Alex expand on it, but basically he is a high-end transforming robot figure.
So, where to begin? Leo Prime, well, this variation of this figure was created by Perfect Effect, which is a third-party Transformers.
Transforming robot figure.
You can say Transformers.
Can you?
Yeah, you could say Transformers. You just can't put a link on where to sell them, where they buy them. So he was originally from a Japan-exclusive Beast Wars 2 series,
which is a sequel to the popular Beast Wars series.
It actually wasn't a sequel. It was
wasn't?
a series that they created in between the space of season 2 and season 3, if I remember correctly.
Of the original Beast Wars?
Of the original Beast Wars, because of how long the original Beast Wars was taking to make its way over to Japan.
Right.
So they created Beast Wars 2 and Beast Wars Neo.
Right.
This is from Beast Wars 2, which was the first series, and he was Leo Prime.
Have you watched those? Or?
I have. It's rough. They're all obviously subtitled because they're all Japanese. They never made it over to the States.
They're anime, right?
They're all anime.
Whereas
None of them are CG.
Right, the American one was all CG, done by Mainframe Entertainment, who also did Reboot.
Yes. But this is essentially Perfect Effects, part of their Perfect Beast line.
Shabam. So wait, we'll put that up for a hot second.
Yeah. Part of their Perfect Beast line, and they call him Origin Leonidas. So it's kind of almost a play on Orion Pax, which was Optimus's original name.
Yes. Yep.
Technically, this isn't Optimus Primal. This isn't Optimus Prime. This is a whole separate character. This is
really
Leo Prime.
Yes.
So we're gonna go over some pros and cons. This is my figure, so I'm gonna be leading off a little bit of it. Just like you did with Holiday Hal, I'm gonna do with my good old Leo Prime here. So the first thing is, as you can obviously see, he is a gorgeous figure. I mean, taking a look at him.
Hold on, I got another one coming. Never mind, it's gone.
Taking a look at him, he's a gorgeous looking figure. Love the mold. Love just everything about him. The paint app is absolutely phenomenal on him. Perfect Effect threw in their signature sword that they seem to throw in with almost all their characters for some reason. I don't know. He is just a great looking figure, and if you pop open his chest, he even has a matrix.
Oh, look at that. Matrix leadership.
It can't come out, but he has one. It's kind of neat. It's a neat little feature that they kind of threw in.
Neat little thing to add.
So it's a cool little feature of the figure. But his head sculpt is amazing. I really can't say how much I love the look and feel of this figure. He's an absolutely phenomenal figure, and he's sturdy. Well, we'll get into that.
You're holding him up. You can't say that while you're holding the character.
There's a difference between sturdy and
stable.
Stable.
I suppose that's fair. Anyway, first pro was great looking figure. One of the subs of that was highly detailed mold. Next pro,
highly articulate.
Yep, many points of articulation.
Pretty much everywhere. You've got double bending elbows, knees, pretty much everywhere you can imagine there'd be articulation on a body. There's articulations. His hands do open and close. None of the fingers are individual, but they do open and close, so that's kind of a cool, neat thing. Yeah. And even the lion head. The mouth actually does open and close in his lion mode, which we're not going to show off because we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Next pro is some of the parts are die-cast metal.
Mm-hmm.
His piece here is die-cast metal.
Oh, I see.
His lower legs are die-cast metal, which is nice.
So it looks like a shoulder pad, the shins.
Not the red pieces.
No, down here.
But the white pieces here,
shin.
and his katanas, swords, they are die-cast metal.
Oh wow, that could do some damage.
I guess if you're
I'm just saying, be careful.
4 inches tall.
No, dude, I could totally shank you with that. Come here.
With the, but
anyway, I'm sorry. Continue.
But yeah, he's and that actually brings us to the next point. Is he's got a ton of accessories.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of accessories.
He's got dual swords. He's got dual blasters that are actually in the vein of Optimus's original blasters from his from the original show. Comes with for some reason, a crossbow. Don't know why. He's got the giant perfect effect sword for some reason.
The question is, why not? That's the real question.
Yeah. His tail actually comes off, and he's got little dual knives.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's
kind of neat.
Yeah, that's the amount of detail and time they put into this figure, and I love it. I think it's great. As the kid in me who loved Beast Wars was like, look at all the cool stuff it can do.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the cool things about it. All the different features it comes with.
Right.
But as with anything, there's some negatives to it. Mine, at least, this may be a isolated thing, but mine does have very loose joints, especially in the hips. If you're a collector of any kind, you know that hips are important because they keep things stable.
Yeah.
And also his hips are on like a ball joint almost, and they're very loose.
I see that, yeah. Well, as is evidenced by the fact you've had to hold it throughout most of our review.
I have had to hold him throughout the review. He does come with a stand, and he does come with a something to hold him up. But if you ever want to just have him on his own, freestanding,
not a great idea.
You really gotta
get him just right.
Get him just right, and make sure nothing moves.
Yeah.
So, see, he's wobbly.
So loose joints.
Loose joints. Another con would be what we were reaching back to earlier is his lion mode is subpar.
Now, is that just because of the way that they've implemented it, or does it just not?
I'd imagine it's the way that they implemented it. It's just not that good. The transformation is very, very, very simple. And it just doesn't look that great in lion
basically
mode.
Just putting him down on all fours and putting the head in the front.
Essentially, it's really not anything too complicated.
What it kinda looks like.
What's nice is that all his accessories in lion mode and in robot mode can be stored on his body someplace.
Oh, great.
So that's a neat little aspect of him. You can put literally everything can be stored on him. His sword can be stored on the back. The crossbow can be attached to the back.
Mm-hmm.
His swords obviously are attached, and everything can be stored away on him in some way.
But that being said,
the pieces fall off.
Yeah, this is one of the cons. That some of the pieces fall off easily.
Yeah, I've noticed the guns will fall off the back where they're stored real easily.
Mm-hmm.
This piece will actually come out. The crossbow will actually come off. And his tail, which is...
It looks real fragile, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, it's very fragile. It's fully articulated, but it's very fragile.
Yeah, it's cool as heck, but it looks very fragile. I would be very afraid.
Yeah, so he's definitely for display purposes only
figure.
It looks
like that.
And for the money that you're paying for him, he's definitely that.
Right. Well, I mean, that's the only thing that's kind of a shame is for the amount of money that you're paying. I mean, I would think that you'd want the character to not be quite so fragile and to be able to stand up without assistance. But I mean, maybe that's asking a lot.
Well, at the end of the day, you got to look at it as this is some third-party people. This is people, Transformers fans taking things into their own hands and saying, "I like this character. Let's do something with him. Let's do an updated version of him." I like to think of him as a Transmetal Masterpiece class Leo Prime, which for my Transformers collectors, they'll know what I'm saying. But I absolutely adore this figure, and actually the next part is the grade, which I give it an A+. This is a phenomenal figure.
Even with some of the shortcomings, you still going for A+?
Even with the shortcomings, you got to look at the figure as what they are. They're high-end adult collectible figures. You're not going to be playing with this figure. You're not going to be...
Certainly not.
You're not going to be throwing them around different places like I did with my old school Beast Wars toys back in the day. This is a figure you're going to get, you're going to display, and you're going to occasionally put him into different modes every once in a while. Pick him up, maybe just look at him. He's a great looking figure. But still definitely A+. Perfect Effect nails it again with their figures. But with that being said, that about wraps it up for this one. If you want to pick them up, you can find different places to pick them up. But other than that... How much
is he running?
He runs for about $150, around there. On most toy stores, you can get him, or you can get Origin Xerxes, which is just a black color of him, black repaint of him. Doesn't come with as many accessories either.
Okay.
It's neat, but this is the one you want. You want Origin Leonidas. Definitely worth the pickup.
Great.
But, with that being said, until next time, remember to like, subscribe, share,
comment.
Hit that little ringy button thingy, and we'll see you next time.